And we've heard this kind of thinking before. Let me tell you something. If some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail, they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not have believed that the world was round.
And during that eclipse, even though I wasn't supposed to have a full eclipse in this area, that sun was shining bright like a motherfucker. And you had a number of videos where people were seeing strange shit, of course. You know, I've had a dream, of course, a long time ago. Y'all know I'm always talking about my dreams. I had a dream a long time ago seeing a giant eclipse. And there was a giant UFO covering the whole damn sun. And when that motherfucker flew away, the sun was still black. But right after that shit happened, of course, everybody started going nuts. You know, that demonic shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this video as short as possible. I'm finna close the case on this crazy shit. Before I continue, I'm going to show y'all a real short video of what I recorded of the sun when it was shining through those chemtrails at the time that we were supposed to have this solar eclipse. All right, I'm here in Gary, Indiana. Now, in this area, we are not supposed to have a 100% total eclipse. Now, looking on the internet, the eclipse is supposed to happen in this area at 1:19 p.m. 9/11 from right to left. And right now, it's about 1:25 p.m. Now, clouds came in, and of course, there's a ton of chemtrails up there as well. But I don't see shit. Now, again, we wasn't supposed to have a full total solar eclipse. I know it's real difficult to see, but there is something there in front of the sun. The problem is, like a lot of people, we never saw the moon. The moon never passed in front of the sun. It never passed away or anything. Nobody saw this shit. And there's a lot of people keep saying this shit. Where was the moon? Where was the moon? Where was the moon? And of course, like I said, not long after this, all of a sudden there was a major thunderstorm that came through. What's my man Planet X News? He put up a video and he said the same thing. They started spraying them chemtrails, trying to cover up some shit. And then not long after that, it was a big time thunderstorm. So the Holy Spirit is guiding me like a motherfucker. The Grox One, more than anybody, has talked about Google putting up that shit on their page when certain things is going on, certain events. And obviously, and I knew something was to this in the documentary about the solar eclipse that I put up. They had that shit on Google that I put in the documentary showing these aliens putting some shit in front of the sun. The Grox One been talking about this shit for years, about how they put this shit on Google when certain events is going down, because you know Google, YouTube, Illuminati shit, basically. Like I said, they like to tell y'all the truth, and you know, make you think it's you know, just some fucking motherfucking, hey, this shit ain't real. This is just we making fun of this shit. Bullshit. This is some alien, quote unquote alien shit. So anyway, everything that I told y'all in that video that I uploaded, saying that this was more than just an eclipse, and how that energy, that demonic energy came through and all that shit. I ran across a bunch of videos, and one of the videos, what was it? Richie from Boston. What he saw, he showed a video of the sun, but the eclipse was happening right next to the so-called sun.
Okay, check this out. This is from a subscriber called Jason T. Now, I understand. Since yesterday till this morning, I have been going over and over and over eclipse videos people have sent me from all over the United States. This is from Michigan. Again, Jason T, the subscriber. Now, check this out. This is the sun right here, and then this is the eclipse. And I know people are going to say that this is a reflection or something else. Well, yeah, there's plenty of reflection. The camera's jumping all over the place. But if you notice, this does not move whatsoever at all. It stays directly in line. My cameras, my Sony camera, my Nikon, my cell phone, none of them picked up anything other than a large sunny object like this. But looking through the rear window of my Toyota with the California tint on the back, I could see this clearly. So what's really going on, and why did they come out in such full force and just destroy the sky? Hold on, this kid's killing me with the camera. Let me see if I can get a steadier shot. Okay, you're not going to get a steady shot, but take note of this, okay? See this reflection down here jumping all around? See the sun right there, and then the eclipse is right here. This does not move. This does not move. This thing right here, all over the place. That's your reflection from the camera. This, on the other hand, does not move, and I find it incredibly interesting. Is this a solar simulator? Is this something else? Who knows? Because if you look at it, it's got all sorts of different shapes going on, even though he will not keep his camera still, Jason T. You're killing me. This doesn't move. It doesn't move at all. It stays exactly at the 4 o'clock position and does not move.
So it was strange, to say the least, that a lot of people saw this eclipse, like the clip that I showed y'all in the documentary.
The stars yet because of the clouds, but my goodness, you can see the corona, and that is an absolutely incredible sight.
This is just magnificent.
It really is. Everything's kind of, well, other than the people hooting and hollering here, everything else has gone quiet. The animals think it's nighttime. There's this amazing sort of twilight view all around us.
And even though a lot of us wasn't supposed to see a full eclipse, we never saw the moon going across the sun. A lot of people said that shit. And a lot of people got videos where it's just, okay, it's something there, but you could barely see it. And then a lot of people talking about these chemtrails and the storm and everything coming in, and people seeing different things around the sun. Some people saying it was a sun simulator. Some people saying they might have used that fucking Project Bluebeam. And, you know, this is just a theory. If they use that Project Bluebeam to cover up this event, it's like, okay, let's say they use Project Bluebeam to project the eclipse. Only reason why I think they would do that is to cover up how that shit really looked. Because that fucking energy came through. And I know that based on all the crazy shit that I've been experiencing days leading up to this eclipse. Talking about these dreams and shit I've been having. So I talked about the video and the videos I put up, the dragon and things of this nature. So doing my continuing to figure out what the fuck, how this shit really went down, I ran across a video talking about this eclipse months before this shit happened. And he was talking about this shit was some shit called Rahu the Dragon.
as well as, say, Egyptian, if you will, history. You need to understand these things. But this is the point where the Antichrist figure, we'll call him, is coming through the basically birth canal, if you will, out of the abyss, out of the underworld, on the Anubis, god of the underworld, vessel. And he breathes out his presence. Here we see, for just a brief couple of few seconds, an eclipse around this figure's head, behind him. He's completely on fire in the Anubis canoe, and there is an eclipse. We know their relationship to the black sun, so on and so forth. But the eclipse is important, because as we move forward, we see that that scene really is the beginning of the actual birthing of this figure, as we see Kali, the god of destruction, goddess, god, either or, which happens to be the mascot, if you will, of CERN.
And here's another clip of somebody who took a video of this so-called eclipse.
Here's what the sun looks like. It's pretty odd. Weird. Almost looks like there's two things up there. Two things going on. Really, really spectacular. In Alliance, Nebraska, one of the places that's supposed to be right in the path. And this is what it looks like.
So just like I said, this was some hardcore spiritual shit. This was an eclipse, but it wasn't no eclipse. That was not the moon that eclipsed the sun. And not only that, this is some quote-unquote alien type shit. Now, here's another coincidence for your ass. During the last 2 weeks when I was making the documentary for this solar eclipse, I made a video, which I figured I might as well upload it now, talking about black aliens and things of that nature. So I figured I might as well go ahead and upload this shit now. See, the Holy Spirit was guiding me like a motherfucker concerning this eclipse. And even though I already had the answer based on all the crazy shit that I was going through, I had to piece this shit together. So this is why the so-called mainstream media had good footage of this shit and other people didn't. And this is why they were spraying the chemtrails and things of this nature, because they didn't want us to see certain things. And it's funny that motherfuckers who got the best footage of this shit was the mainstream media. And this is why a lot of people think this might have something to do with Project Bluebeam. Like I said, I don't know for sure if that's what they did. But yeah, this is why everybody's seeing different shit. And this is why people keep saying they didn't see the moon. So you got that shit with Google showing that alien shit that they go telling you some truth. Then you got me having all them dreams about the dragon and shit. And now I'm hearing motherfuckers talking about this shit is called Rahu, the dragon. Ain't that a bitch? And the old boy who made that video, he was saying that this is the birth of the Antichrist.
Which brought me back to good old iPet Goat. All right? Now, what I'm talking about is right from the beginning, basically, throughout this entire total dark cartoon here, no matter what they say, this is portraying their story, their plan. And there's an eclipse on Obama's cheek. It's the Helios symbolism here all over the place, and he's winking. Remember, you know, those that wink with the eye? And you go through the entire thing here.
And it's all about eclipses. Again, the Helios symbol. She's in the sun. This portraying her as a virgin. Okay? She's in the sun. The 12 stars, 12 disciples. And I believe when this apple rolls across his floor as she goes into travail, this is portraying the eclipse coming up. This is the eclipse right there. And it stops, okay? We got the English coin, the silver tip boot, and the apple, and an LC 33. I mean, 33 days after the eclipse.
That's why they made such a big deal of that shit. But at the same time, they didn't want some of us to see that shit because they knew we weren't gonna see what they claimed that we was gonna see. Like I said, there was more to it than what they was telling us. That was some quote unquote alien type shit. It ain't no coincidence that I made this video talking about aliens. And like I said, made the video about Obama that I never did finish. I just got certain clips together because the Holy Spirit was telling me that this motherfucker was coming back on the scene as far as being in the news and shit like that. Lord have mercy. That's what this shit was. All of that shit just came together. Just like I said, this was some hardcore demonic spiritual shit. And that's it. Wow. I ain't got nothing else to say about this shit. Y'all see them clips in them videos. This is why they wanted people to see it. This is why they wanted people not to see it. Because they knew that whatever the fuck that shit was that was supposedly eclipsing the sun, that wasn't the fucking moon.
Hello everyone, once again, it's me, Shannon Johnson, bold soldier for Christ, watchman on the wall for the Lord. Want to share a quick dream with you guys that the Lord gave me last night. Donald Trump and President Barack Obama were looking at all of the protests and the riots that were taking place through this monitor. And I heard Donald Trump tell Obama, I'm handing the power over to you, or something like, I can't handle it, you take control. And the Lord woke me up, and what he's telling me was, with these protests that are taking place, Obama had to use Donald Trump to keep these things going, to keep the race riots stirred up, to bring chaos, and that the Antichrist is about to emerge on the scene. Obama is about to step into his new role as the dictator. The Lord also told me in my spirit that he's getting ready to rapture his bride. The man of sin is about to be revealed to the world. Hang in there, folks. Hang in there, folks. The Antichrist is about to come on the scene to bring a false peace and security. Shalom.